Welcome in to another episode of Down South Ball Talk hosted by LT, where we give you insights on the AFC South division in the NFL and the Southwestern division in the NBA. I'm your host, LT, and first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel, who's subscribed, who's liked, who's commented everything on all the videos. Thank you so much. And today, again, we're going to talk about NBA free agency. It is a lot going on in the league. We're going to go over all the Southwestern Division teams, what they've done so far in free agency. We're also going to talk about the Summer League. They're implementing a new rule this year in Summer League to see if it works out. They've been doing it in the G League, so we'll see. But anywho, as I want to say, again, thank you so much for your support. And first and foremost, please follow all of the socials. You see them here. They're all down here at Down South Ball Talk on all socials except on X. It's at Down South BT. All right, let's get into it. The big blockbuster trade, man. Jaylen Brown is headed to the Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George, 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. Okay, let's get into it on the Celtics side first and foremost. You had to get rid of Jaylen. You've talked about him in trade rumors, for years now, and this year it was even more evident. I get it. Okay, Giannis, get that. But after that, you're shopping him, and everybody knew that you didn't want him, in the organization. So, yeah, his trade value kind of went down. So you had to do what you had to do now to get what you can get for him now. So with that being said, getting Paul George, I mean, he's kind of a plug and play. I think he played 47 games last year, or 40-something games, or 43 games, or something like that, and he was suspended for 25, so he would have played around 60-something games if he would have been healthy for that. So with that being said, Paul George on the Celtics, I mean, plug and play. I think he fits well with Jason Tatum. You add in Mitchell Robinson, who they got on free agency, and everything that they have there. I like it. Derek White is still there. So, yeah. Did I think they got better? No. I think they got worse. By losing Jaylen Brown, I think he got worse for Paul George. Now, on the Sixers side, let's get into it, man. They got better. Let's be clear here. Jaylen Brown is an all-NBA player, a finals MVP, a champion with the pedigree that the Sixers need, with Tyrese Maxey at the point guard, VJ Edgecombe there as a guard as well, then Joel Embiid giving you what he can give you. Oh, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, only one that's going to have to change their game up is Joel Embiid. I feel like he can, and he will. I feel like he can be a team player. He knows he's towards more closer to the end than the beginning. And he knows this isn't his team anymore. It is, per se, as far as money, because, again, I believe that 3-year deal they gave him kicks in, or 3-year extension that they gave him a year ago kicks in this season. So, with that being said, Joel Embiid will have to change up his game. I mean, you have to let VJ blossom. Tyrese is already blossoming. And you bring in Jaylen Brown. Oh, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Their bench is already there. I mean, they're decent. I mean, they did lose a few players. But, again, that starting five is going to get you right. And especially if somebody's injured, they can definitely carry the ball. Let's see who their starting five is projected to be. Projected starting five for the Sixers. Let's see. Okay. You've got Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, Dean Wade. Oh, yeah, I forgot they signed Dean Wade. Okay, Dean Wade. These guys can play defense. We all know Dean Wade is a three-point shooter, so he spreads the floor, so I like that. Their bench is decent. I mean, Anthony Simons and LeBaron Fallon, y'all know how I feel about him coming to play point guard there. I mean, that's going to be dope. Their backup big man is going to be the problem. I mean, Barlow and Bona, they give you some stuff, but I don't like it at all. But all in all, I believe the Sixers got better with this trade. I would have given up the first-round picks for Jaylen Brown, too, because I believe this puts them in a good position to come out of the East. Now, championship, I don't know. But they for sure have a good chance to come out the East. I mean, who's better than them in the East? You got the Knicks, the Pistons, Cleveland maybe, Toronto with them getting Kawhi, and then it's probably the 76ers. So they're definitely top 5 team in the East for sure. So I like the move, man, and pulling that trigger. Their front office, man, they're trying to win now. They're trying to win now, especially when you have people on, rookie contracts and you're not paying that much for Tyrese because he's going to be owed some money in a few years. So with that being said, I like the move. It's just I didn't see it coming, but I did see it coming, if that makes sense, because I didn't think that they would trade him first and foremost to a team in the East, and secondly a division rival right up the road. Just imagine what Jaylen Brown's going to do when he plays in the Garden, TD Garden. Oh Lord. Oh, Lord, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the Southwestern Division teams and what they've done in free agency so far. Let's go ahead. Let's go with the team that hasn't done much. Let's just talk about the Pelicans. As we stated last episode, DeAndre Jordan signed. They did pick up a team option for Carlo. So with that being said, they got rid of, or they let go Kevon Looney. They really haven't done much in free agency, which they don't have to do much. They have a young core that they're trying to build down at the Pelicans in New Orleans. So I understand it. All right, let's get into it. The Spurs. All right. Signing Tobias Harris, we talked about that. I believe he's a good plug and play. He gets that starting position, makes Champagnie go to the bench. I like that. But their biggest move they've made so far, they signed Billy Donovan as the lead assistant to coach the Spurs. I like that a lot. Everybody knows what Billy Donovan brings, his pedigree. He's a winner. And I think him as a lead assistant for Mitch, that would be very, very good. I believe he gets another shot at a head coaching gig in the league when he wants one. But this move right here is really good for the Spurs, brings another good-minded coach on that bench. So I like the move. I like that move. So to me right now, that's their biggest move they've done so far, the Spurs. All right, the Memphis Grizzlies, man, they traded Santi Aldama to a division foe, which is the Dallas Mavericks. They traded Santi Aldama to the Mavericks for A.J. Johnson, a protected 2030 first-round pick, and 2 second-round picks. Now, I knew Santi Aldama would leave the Grizzlies. We knew. I thought he would get traded last year during the trade deadline, but it did not happen. They kept him, but I kind of expected them to move on from Santi and let him blossom and let him get a deal elsewhere. We're moving on to a new era at the Grizzlies, and, I would love Santi to be on that bench because, again, he is a solid bench player. He will give you at least 12 and 6 for sure off the bench easily in his sleep. So that's what you ask for, a bench player to come in and can hold down the fort, and Santi Aldama was that. And I believe his last 2 seasons, you could see the progression in his game. So, yeah, shout out Santi, man. Hope he does well with the Mavericks. That's really about it that the Grizzlies have done. Let's go ahead and talk about the Mavericks getting Santi Aldama, obviously, and trading away A.J. Johnson. They also let Marvin Bagley walk in free agency. So I mean, the Mavericks, they're handing the keys over to Cooper Flagg. I can't wait to see him and Kyrie play together. That's gonna be dope. They picked up a big man in the draft for sure. So I can't wait for it, man. It's gonna be dope to have a new coach in Dusty May. So. That's going to be a really, really interesting team to watch because, again, we will be watching all of the Southwestern Division teams this season. All right, last Southwestern Division team, the Houston Rockets. Of course, we talked about them signing Marcus Smart. They signed Bogey, man. I love that. He's a shooter and a veteran leadership that you can have on that bench. Now, what they did yesterday, they did agree to an extension with Tari Eason, a 5-year deal, $81.5 million. Now, this guy right here, I see the potential after thinking over this. At first, I was like, what? And then giving it thought, first and foremost, they need defense. He brings defense off the bench, and he can give you that high-motor defensive guy that you're looking for, along with, bringing in Amon and all that, or Amen Thompson, I'm sorry, and, give you some good defensive products because we know Sengun, yeah, it is what it is on that front. So, with that being said, I like the signing, and it gives him some stability and some comfortability, a 5-year deal. Shout out Torrey Easton, man. I like the deal. I like the move after giving it some thought yesterday. All right, Dorian Finney-Smith, he got traded from the Rockets and 3 future second-round picks to the Charlotte Hornets. That cleared some space for some money, man. $13 million they freed up for space for the trade exception. So I believe the Rockets will make another move, get a veteran in there to help their cause. I mean, they have a good starting 5. They still got KD. You bring him back, VanVleet. You sign Marcus Smart to come off the bench for you. Again, Bogey gives you that shooter if you need one. I believe he won't play any type of minutes, but he gives you that veteran to be on the bench. And again, I believe all teams need a veteran on the bench like that, like a Udonis Haslem. They need to name it after Udonis Haslem. How about that? What do we call the Udonis Haslem role? What can we call it? The UD? just call it the UD role. So yes, I believe every team needs a UD role type of veteran who's been there for years. You know he's not going to play. Look at Bismack Biyamo, what he's doing for, down there in the Spurs with Wemby. So I believe every team needs that, and I believe that's what Bogey will be for the Rockets. All right. Let's move on. Again, I want to say thank you if you've made it this far in the video for watching. Again, please follow all of our socials. They're down here. You see them at Down South Ball Talk on all socials except on X. It is at Down South BT. All right. Let's get into it, man. Summer League starts today. And again, man, it's going to be dope. I love watching Summer League. I love watching these rookies and seeing the future of the NBA. It starts the California Classic today. The California Classic goes until the 6th of July. It starts off today on ESPN at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 Central. We got the Miami Heat versus the Spurs. Now, you say, who's on there? Now, I would like to see Reed, what he does. You'll definitely probably see Dylan Harper play today. That would be dope. He probably won't get that much run. He maybe will play, I'll say maybe a quarter, maybe something like that. So that'd be good. The Heat, they have a couple rookies that you like to see. There's some second-year players they have. So that'll be dope. And the second game is the Golden State Warriors in gold, and then you have the Los Angeles Lakers. That will be dope to see. Again, the California Classic starts off today. Then you have the Salt Lake Summer League, which starts tomorrow, the 4th through the 7th. And then we have the all-famous Las Vegas Summer League, where it all ramps up for Summer League. And again, these guys, from the 9th to the 19th. Again, a lot of these guys, they're not playing for spots in these teams because let's be clear, I'm going to even go as high as 85% of the guys you're going to see play Summer League will not be on a roster in the NBA this season, but yet they're putting tape on film for these teams overseas, these G League teams. Hell, any other team that sees they might need a shooter, they might need a defensive guy, they might think that they can develop you in their G League and then bring you up sometime this season. So again, for a lot of these guys, man, they're playing for that look, and they're playing to actually get a spot on a team elsewhere, not on the team that they're playing for currently in the G League. Also, they are implementing a new rule they're trying out. Now, they've done this in the G League for a while. Let's read it here. The NBA is using this year's summer circuits to test an experimental one free throw rule. Originally used in the G League, the rule awards the full fractional value of a shooting foul, 2 or 3 points on a single free throw attempt to speed up the game. So we'll see that in a lot of the Summer League games this year. I'm interested to see it because, again, I don't watch a lot of G League. I'll be honest. I do not watch a lot of G League, if not maybe none. So I want to see how this would be, taken in the Summer League and see how it goes. So, yeah, it's going to be dope. All right. Again, let me know in the comments, man, what do you think about the move, Jaylen Brown to the Sixers? Who do you think won that trade, the Celtics or the Sixers? Let me know any free agency moves you would like to speak on in the comments. Let me know about any Southwestern Division team you see that got worse, that got better. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Again, this has been another episode of Down South Ball Talk hosted by LT. Again, happy 4th of July. It is America's 250th birthday, baby, this year. So yes, everybody stay safe and have a wonderful weekend.